What's good, Los Angeles and the rest of the world? I'm feeling very blessed today. Few reasons why, actually. One, I woke up black another day. And two, I'm sitting here with the very, very talented Fi. What's good with you, Fi?
What's the deal? How are you?
I'm good, man. How you been?
I've been good, just chilling, trying to stay low.
Yeah, I see you drop that new joint.
Oh yeah, Sit Back, produced by Jihad. Yeah, I just wanted to give something for like the springtime. Started off right because it's becoming that season again.
Hell yeah. I remember the last time I seen you was probably like Juneteenth. You remember that?
Oh shit, yeah.
We was on the side of
hood.
Hubert's.
Yes.
Yeah,
Damn.
I had missed your performance and shit.
Oh shit.
Yeah, but y'all I want to know who comes up with your video concepts.
I do, and then I just talk with the homies. The homie Clico shot that video, so I just give them the idea, and usually like the videographer is the one that can just execute it, and make it look the way it should.
Yeah, I like the recipe video.
Oh yeah.
That one was like very how would I say, like Idlewild vibes and shit.
That's exactly where I got it from too. Like exactly that Paula Patton scene. So
Yeah, I liked that. I felt like maybe more people caught on to that or felt that way,
maybe.
but I for sure felt that way. You know what I'm saying? Like
I'm glad.
with your music, well, how would you classify yourself? Like R&B, soul, or what? Or because you can rap too.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, people have been saying like neo soul, or some people say like contemporary R&B. Because it's like a mixture of like rapping and like different cadences with singing too. So just a mixture of that, I guess.
Yeah. So what keeps you inspired? Because it's sometimes where people or artists, I should say, where it's a lot of times where we feel down or even depressed or whatever the situation may be. How do you stay inspired through those times?
Shit. I mean, I really just try to go find new experiences, get out the house. Maybe have to take some herbal supplements, to get the brain going. But, yeah, just try not to sit still for too long, because I feel like if you're physically stagnant, you start to feel mentally stagnant.
Yeah. So what kind of because herbal things is kind of getting more popular now, I should say.
Yeah.
Everybody's kind of tapping more into the natural
Yeah.
things and stuff. Is there any specific ones you like?
I mean, yeah, I don't smoke weed. That's not my thing. I dibble and dabble, with like the mushrooms here and there. But I have noticed like a lot of people are starting to do it more, which is funny. But it's not something I try to do every day. But if I just need some inspiration or just want to learn new shit.
Yeah, I mean, I tapped into the shrooms probably about like 3 times.
It's
cool.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's not bad at all.
Niggas be trying to make it seem worse than what it is. Like,
I think it's like, because I have had some trips where I'm like, all right, okay, this is like low key, like a little too much. But I think it's like all in moderation. You feel me? Because niggas be eating a whole bag of fucking shrooms by themselves, and then they be tripping out.
Yeah, a whole bag.
Yeah, or you got to be in a good space. If you in a bad mind state and you do that shit and you're not ready to deal with it, it's gonna be a rough time.
I haven't had a bad trip not once.
That's good.
And I don't plan on having it.
I don't want you to.
I don't want to run across that shit. Hell no.
No, you'll be good.
So since 2020, we've been shut down.
Yeah.
And I know you're used to performing like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
How much do you miss performing?
I miss it. Well, honestly, no. Performing gives me anxiety. I'm not gonna lie. Like right before, just prepping for it, because I usually work with like live bands, like Chef and all those people, and we just be having to like rehearse over and over again, and it's just like all the prep, like just my anxiety goes crazy. So it's been cool not having to deal with that, but then in the moment though, like performing is really exhilarating, and like the adrenaline and just like feeling everybody's energy. So I do miss that. So Juneteenth was like really great to have, and it was just wonderful. Like police didn't fuck with us. Like nobody shut it down. Like it was
Man.
just a good time. So I'm glad we at least got to have that during COVID.
That was a fire ass day. I mean,
It
just seeing
was.
everybody out there and just vibing with each other, people dancing, good
Oh, God.
food, music. Ain't nobody fight, not to my knowledge. You feel me?
No,
Yeah.
nobody fought. No.
You know what I'm saying? So it was definitely like something that we needed, especially going through the pandemic. And at that time, it was the George Floyd protests
Yeah.
going on, and that felt like a relief. Me personally, I was out there.
For real.
Yeah, I did some protesting and some other protesting.
All
You feel
right.
me?
That's all right. That's okay. You feel me? You gotta do what you gotta do.
Nah, I feel like it needed to be done though at that time. You know what I'm saying? Like,
No, I did.
I mean, shit. But I mean, so what place outside of LA would you want to perform the most?
Damn.
Yeah.
Like it can be any other state or
Yeah, any state, country, city, no matter. It could be in California.
shit. I mean, I honestly really want to go overseas. Like that is my dream goal to like get to that where I have a platform in other countries. So like shit, performing on an island or like Brazil or London, just Europe in general. Like I feel like that would be like a huge accomplishment and just connecting, with other cultures.
Yeah.
I'd be super excited.
Have you ever been outside the country, just in general?
Yeah, literally right before COVID happened, I went to London for Fashion Week. And that was the moment I was like, okay, like the world is so much bigger than LA. Because I
Yeah.
feel like when you're in LA and you're from LA, you get really stuck in it and you just stay here
Yeah.
forever. But after that, I'm like, once the world opens back up, I gotta go.
How was Fashion Week down there?
It was fun. Like I was just like, damn, it was just like a whole new world. You feel me? But it was dope. I'm glad I got to experience it before COVID hit. So
Do you think Fashion Week is better in New York, London, or LA? It's definitely
Okay,
got to
I
be New
think-
York or London.
I
huh?
think New York, like low key New York though, like it's just different out there. Like it's maybe because I also lived out there, so I'm more familiar with the areas.
really?
But yeah, but New York, yeah, they be going up for Fashion Week.
Yeah, that's
For
one
sure.
place I definitely want to take a trip to. Mainly because the hip hop roots. I really don't give a fuck about Times Square. Like, that's just me though. You feel me? I don't care about that shit. Like, I want to go
Yeah.
to, you know what I'm saying, the boroughs. You feel me? Bronx, Harlem, Brooklyn, where the people at. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Sure.
I feel like that'll make my trip. You feel me? So every nigga is a star,
Yeah.
or every bitch is a boss.
Yeah.
How did you link up with them?
Basically, it's really funny. I moved back from New York, and I was just trying to figure out, like, okay, so now I want to do music out here. In high school, I didn't do music. I did sports. So I was just like, how am I going to do that? So I started getting shows, and I just went to this, like, random-ass show in Torrance or South Bay. I don't know. It was somewhere, like, I was just like, okay, this is, like, not my scene, but I did the performance anyways, and then I met the homie Quest, and Quest is friends with everybody in Anais.
Yeah.
And so he just like reposted or retweeted like a music video that I had, and then the homie Seb was like, oh, who is this? And then like, boom, they just started asking me to perform for Pray for the Hood, and then started doing it more and more, and then like went on like Seb's album, and then yeah, it just started to grow from there. And then yeah, those are the homies, and they wanted me to be a part of Anais, and I
Yeah.
fuck with it.
I feel like I love that acronym.
Yeah.
I love it a lot. Like when I first heard it, maybe the first time, I was like, "What the fuck?" You feel me? Because like that got to go on like Prince, and you know what I'm saying, and you know how it is today. But
Yeah.
I'll say like the next time I seen it and I seen the star or whatever, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, this shit actually kind of hard."
Yeah.
You feel me? And I'm not even surprised that Sev fucked with you when he first heard you, because when I heard your shit, I want you on one of my songs when I was rapping at the time. I'm like, who the fuck is this? You feel me? Like hard as fuck.
Yeah.
But I'm
appreciate
glad
it.
you even came through and even laid that down at the time or whatever. You feel me?
Yeah.
Just
No,
always.
I fucked with your shit though. I remember Steph like had taken those pictures, and then I was like, "Who's this?" Like, I was just curious, and then like I saw you did music, and I listened to it. I was like, "Okay, yeah." Like,
Yeah.
I feel like it's it's not rare. Maybe I just get lucky, but like I feel lucky. Like everybody that I click on and work with, like y'all are also just talented. Like,
Appreciate that.
you know,
Yeah.
yeah.
So speaking of the music, has it ever been a song that you made specifically about someone?
Yeah.
How many
Yeah.
you think?
Um, I probably got like out. I probably got like like two different people. Yeah, I would say. But then like the new shit we working on, it's a whole bunch of people. Feel me?
A whole
But
bunch.
not like that, but
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah. I know. I
just
know.
like the just all the people that I've been in like relationships with.
Yeah. So when is your next project coming out, or when can we see that coming?
Well, we're currently working on it. It's gonna be, I just call it like a tape, but it's gonna be the La Brea Baby EP. I'm hoping it'll be done by the summer. Gonna have like some visuals for you and merch and promo, and just trying to get as creative with it as we can.
Right.
And I'm really excited because I feel like this tape is kind of like defining my sound. Because I feel like I've just been on a journey just trying to find my shit because I like so many different genres, and I be feeling like my shit just be like, So it's finally like coming together, and it's getting produced by the homie Chai Latte. So I'm really excited.
Hell yeah, that's what's up. I think what I like most about, well, I like a lot about your videos, but what I like, I'll say top two is how you have multiple people in some of them, and they all be like vibing together, like in a Yellow Beamer video. I love that video. That video is how you had like all your homegirls and
Yeah.
shit. And then, well, it was like at the end of that video, y'all went to a party or something, and y'all was like, yeah, I liked that shit.
Yeah.
That shit was real hard.
Yeah, I try to use the homies as much as I can just because I feel like that's what LA is about. You
Yeah.
feel me? Like your family and homies. So if you're not showcasing like the real shit, it's like it's not really, people don't
Genuine.
feel that,
Yeah. People got to see that, especially coming from an artist. You know what I'm saying? Like, people want to see how you function, what your life is like, and
Right.
you can put that all on camera. I mean, a lot of people make it more of a facade, but you feel me? I mean, it is what it is, but I like
Yeah.
how you keep it organic and real, you feel me?
Yeah.
When was the point that made you want to go all in with music, that like just say, I'm finna do this shit?
Ironically, when I moved to New York, because I feel like, high school, like everybody's trying to please everybody else and fit in, and I was around like, I don't know, I was around athletes and just like chill. I wasn't around like a lot of artsy like music people, and my family's not musical at all, so I was just always discouraged from trying to do it.
Right.
And then I literally moved to New York, and I went to a cipher. Like, it was just like real New York shit.
Niggas
Like
rapping.
Yeah, it's called Legendary Ciphers. They still have it like every Friday night, and I went with a homegirl, and just watching these niggas rap, I was just like, what? I was just like, why am I not trying to go do it? You feel me?
Right.
Like, all these people come here in the freezing cold just to rap with each other, and like that's just passion. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna just try to do it,
Fuck it, why not?
Yeah.
So, like, will we ever get a rapping EP from Fi or a rap project? You want to bless us with the bars or what? Because, hey, y'all, she really got bars. She may be singing and shit, but she can out-rap a lot of these niggas.
Oh
No
my
cap.
God.
No cap.
The homie, he said after this project, he was like, we need to just do an all rapping tape. And I was like, all right. So, after this tape, I'm probably going to have to like go back in my zone, like just listening to straight rap from old school to now, you feel me? Like, probably got to go take a visit to New York, just get back in that mindset.
Yeah.
But yeah, eventually I'm going to do it.
Got to take that trip back to New York.
For real. Yeah.
How often do you take breaks from, writing and just the creative process and things like that? Because I feel like dealing with any profession, or especially being an artist, like recovery or revamping is important. So how often would you say you do that?
Um, it's hard to say just because if we're not recording, obviously you get burnt out of recording, especially if it's a tape and you gotta be so like repetitive. But after that, you're figuring out promo and merch and video concepts and trailers and like it's always like something. So I feel like there are some days though where like I have an off day, but then I'll be like, fuck, like I can't be having no off days just yet. So I don't know. I feel like especially for artists when you're coming up, it's harder to be like, yeah, I deserve a break or like I want a break because you still trying to get to like where you want to be.
Yeah, you got to keep going and keep putting that content out or whatever it is. You got to keep training your mind and have that muscle memory and shit.
You do.
Because I feel like if you rapping or whatever and then you stop writing, just stop that process for too long, you get rusty as hell.
Yeah, you do. I feel like obviously you can do it for fun and like just vibing and jamming and not going in with like I gotta finish a song, I gotta make a hit tonight,
Exactly.
And you can just have fun. And I think those are important. So there are days where we do that, or just in the morning or whatever. I just try as much as I can to find time to just be with myself and like chill for a second, because being on the go all the time,
I feel like that's what's most important too, is doing things out of love.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't do things out of love anymore.
Yeah, they don't.
And if you're not doing something that you love with the right intentions, you're definitely gonna fall off. You definitely won't make it. I mean, some niggas probably get lucky because niggas just be making shit in the booth and then
they do.
You
it
feel
be
me?
Going on. I'll be listening to it, shit,
Yeah,
so
you
I
feel
can't
me?
even get mad.
Yeah, exactly. Like me too. I be listening to it, so I just be like, "Hey, you lucky as hell," because that's one in a million, damn near. You feel me? To be bullshitting in the studio and make something. Like I was looking at a Lil Deuce interview. He just made that outside shit.
Yeah.
And he was talking about how that's some of his bullshit music or whatever, and people be fucking with that, so he just went with that. Like that's a prime example. Like the real shit he be making, motherfuckers fuck with it, but that one just blew up for some reason. You know what I'm saying? So he just rolling with the punches or whatever.
Yeah.
So, what is a good studio vibe for Phi?
I'm a little like weird with my studio sessions. It's usually like the people I work with consistently. I'm not like a super fan of like the party stew vibe, you feel me, with all the homies there.
Exactly.
I'm real shy and like I get nervous. So usually just have like the homegirl, you feel me, the producers that I work with, if they can make it, and like some of the singing homegirls that can help me like think of melodies and shit. But yeah, like just real mellow, like bring some wine, like, maybe some specialty, maybe. Depends on the day.
Some Jameson? That's what you had in the studio that last fucking session.
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah, I've been laying off the liquor lately. I just be drinking wine or like sake. Sake's really good.
Sake?
Sake.
What is that?
It's like, damn. See, I don't want to say the wrong culture.
Man.
Okay.
Forgive her if she say the wrong thing.
I know. I'm so sorry. It's a Asian. That's what I say, alcohol. Because I don't want to say the wrong one, but it's an alcohol. But it's like it can be hot or cold, and it's kind of like a distilled wine, but it tastes like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's an acquired taste, but that shit tastes good.
You ever tried the Earl Stevens?
No.
The E40 wine?
Oh, yes. Yeah, I've had that.
She said, what's that?
I was like, I had to think real quick. I've had the Snoop Dogg wine, too. That one's really good.
Which one you think better?
Oh, I like red wine, so I'm going to say the Snoop Dogg one. But E40s, it wasn't bad either. It's cool.
So, what's a few artists that you would love to work with? They can be mainstream, underground, don't matter.
Okay. Mainstream ones. I mean, he be playing, but Outcasts. Like, if I ever could, that would be like I probably honestly wouldn't even finish the song, so I probably would like pass out. But him or like them or like Erykah Badu, There's this dude Maxo and this girl Liv, and they're both like super super fire. And I don't know if they just remind me of them or whatever, but would love to work with them. I could go on and
I feel
on,
you. I feel you.
but I feel like those are like the main four where I'm like a fan. You know.
It's crazy that you say outcast because I'll be seeing a lot of things or people on Twitter tweeting about how Andre is better than Big Boy or some shit. And it's just like,
No.
you niggas don't listen to Outkast if
Yeah.
y'all saying he's better than him because Big Boy definitely gassed him on a lot of tracks too.
Oh,
You feel me?
God.
Like they went together. You feel me?
It was like I feel like they show like the duality of, in that case, like a black man. You know, like there's like an artsy side. You feel me? You got the street side, and it's just like they're. I feel like they wanted to like put people in a box, and I'm like Outkast. I feel like showed like you can't be put in a box, like, and it can all go and mesh together in one melting pot. So I be seeing people say that too, and I'm like, no, it's
Yeah.
just they're different, like, but it works.
And it's crazy because Big Boy was more like the street dude, and Three Stacks wasn't. But Three Stacks the nigga who dropped out of high school, and Big Boy had to finish type shit. Like, I've always found that funny.
It's wild.
You know what I'm saying? What is this latest project gonna be about? If you can put it in terms.
I feel like I, um, I don't know. I feel like I've always, like, since I was a kid, been on like a, not to be corny, but like a quest for like, or like a search for like unconditional love. You feel me? And because of that, you know, I look for it in the wrong places. Doesn't just have to be people or like people I mess with. Could be friends, like substances, whatever, just mental health, all those things. So I feel like the main plot is like unconditional love or like a search for unconditional love and me just talking about all the different things that I delved into, you know, looking for that.
It's crazy because people don't mention mental health enough when, especially when speaking on making projects and what goes into the projects. And I feel like, especially in the music industry, that's a part that people lack or we lack on talking about because it's important. You know, we see all these artists different days of the week going through different shit and stuff happening to these artists and but we never know what they really going through or because they never talk about it or this and that. And especially with love and mental health, like love can make you fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Based off of whatever the situation is. So I think that's kind of dope that you elaborating on some of those things in your newest project.
Yeah, you know, yeah, I guess in it, you know, it's, I don't just like outright, you know, say, oh, this or that. You feel me? It's like I try to make it into something that's can feel more relatable to everybody. And it's just like, if you know me and you know, then you know. Or if you just somehow pick up on it, then you know too. And that's cool. So, yeah, but just touching on those things. And I think a big part will be like the visuals too. And just using those to be like a visual like description of what I was talking about.
Yeah, you got the visuals down packed.
Trying, man.
I
Trying.
know that. So how many tracks can we expect on this new project?
It's gonna be about 7 or 8. We're deciding.
So
But
it's a EP or mixtape?
I'm calling it an EP and just
Or
like a
bet.
tape.
Okay,
you
cool.
know.
Especially if it's 7, I feel like EP-ish. I mean, but it's up to
Yeah.
you. You know, you the artist and everything. You know, Kendrick done made an EP and that shit had over 12, 15 songs. I don't know how
Right.
many it had. He had a lot.
It was a lot, and it was great.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just called it EP. I don't feel like I'm at a, you know, album or whatever type of place yet. You know, this is just me kind of like putting my foot in the door type of shit.
So is there anyone special in your life right now that some of those songs is being related to?
Um, I mean, I guess it's kind of like a lot of these songs got made before, and then it's kind of like fixing them up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess there's like somebody that is like inspiring me to like keep them going, and maybe like can help me depict the emotions again. You know? Because that happens too. Like, you can make a song so long ago about somebody else, and then when it's time to record the final shit, you're like, I don't need, it's like the feeling isn't even there. So that's the beauty of it, I guess.
I feel that.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you for coming through today, man. Making this wonderful, wonderful first episode of Hit 'Em Up, the podcast. Want y'all to keep tuning in with me. We out.
Peace.